Howdy, partners. My name is Jason, and you're watching Ray of Light Tarot. This is going to be the Libra reading. I'm about to do two Libra readings back to back because I'm trying to get everything pulled together in some sort of a cohesive way, but also so that it flows sort of organically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Libra reading right now, which will be Libra for the remainder of May, which is about 10 days, 12 days left in May. What, 13? I don't know. So it's good. This is Libra for the remainder of May, the last 13 days of May. And then I'm going to do a turnaround. And as soon as I've done this video, I'm going to come back. And the next video will be Libra for June. So we're doing Libra for May now. And then we're turning it back around and doing Libra for June. So we're going to do both of those back to back right now. So if you're a Libra or the soulmate of a Libra, someone who loves a Libra, you've got two readings coming at you right now. So let's get these things popping. Yeah, sorry, I've been away, guys. It's been just a tough little bit of time recently for me. And I'm really playing catch up, and I've just had a lot going on in my personal life. So I apologize for this Libra reading taking so long, but here it is. Libra for the remainder of May right now, and then in a minute, be looking for the Libra in June. We're going to do both of those back to back. So what I'm going to do first, Libra and soulmate of Libra. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and their soulmate. For the remainder of May, we're going to pull a, hold on one second. We're going to pull an animal spirit oracle, and then do some tarot, and then we will also wrap it up with a mystical shaman oracle. So this is the, thank you. This is the animal spirit oracle for Libra for the remainder of May. Welcome, guys. Hey, Chad. What is the animal spirit oracle for Libra and their soulmate for May? Okay, so you've got the sandpiper spirit representing the connection, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. Thank you for the love, brave your light. And then you've got the beaver spirit for your soulmate, and you're coming out with the crow spirit. So this is sort of your air energy, Libra, crow spirit, right? And the air energy, also, you've got some air energy for the connection. So the sandpiper spirit is about the connection. So whether you're in union, communication, separation with no communication. Wow, Major DZ. Whether, regardless of what your status is with your person, the person you love, what this sandpiper spirit is sort of saying is to sort of be playful. And that doesn't mean, if you're not communicating, I don't think it's probably the best thing to call them up and tell them a joke if you're not in good communication. No, we don't want to do that. But what you do want to do is when we talk about being playful, right? Being playful is more about having a lighthearted approach about the connection. In other words, when you, in your meditations, when you think about your connection, the energies of your connection with your soulmate, and it's all about the energy, right? When you think about that, what you want to do is kind of have a lighthearted perspective. So try to stay grateful and look at the good things, and try to think of some of the lighter times. I know, I can only speak from my own experiences, and regardless of being in touch with my twin soul and in a good place, or in no communication and not in a good place, I could choose to think about the funny times, the lighthearted moments, and it always brings it back around to at least a place where there's a little bit of levity, and you can sort of see, right, see what it is. And this is easy for you, more air energy. Whenever I see birds, that's air energy, and you, Libra, are an air sign, so this shouldn't be too difficult for you. But given that you've got the crow spirit for your actual animal spirit for you, you're being called to co-create. The crow is a messenger for sure. And a lot of times the crow is also a manifester, because the crow delivers the message. And part of the delivering of a message is the manifestation of it. You've got the crow spirit, and the guidance here says co-create with spirit. So focus your energy on creation. The number 17 breaks down to an 8. That's that constant flow of energy. And you need to focus on that constant flow. Regardless of where you are in this connection, Libra, the flow is constantly in movement. Movement is life. Movement is the connection. Remember that. Don't get stagnant. Don't stagnate, right? Creating new ways. Always keep creating in your mind and your heart and allowing new things to come in. It will follow through. Remember that. Soulmate of Libra, you're being given the beaver spirit. The number is a 6. To me, the number 6 is a lot about healing. It's a lot about the balancing of things. And you've also got the message, lay a solid foundation. So for you, if you're the soulmate of Libra, there's a lot of earthy energy and some watery energy too. It's time to start focusing on the future. And sometimes before you can, and it's always best, but especially in this case, before you can move into the future, you need to start focusing on laying the foundation, start planning for the future. And you know, if you're watching this video, obviously, and you're the soulmate of a Libra, you want to be with them, or else, you know, you wouldn't be watching this. So you need to start laying the foundations for the future that you desire to have with your soulmate. And it's time to do that. Okay, so let's get into the tarot here. But I really like the sandpiper spirit for your connection. I think that's beautiful. Let's get into the tarot. The tarot. I'm gonna use the Arcanum deck. I really love the Arcanum deck. Thank you, universe. Thank you, source. Thank you, spirit, angels, archangels, spirit guides, ancestors. Thank you, archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Thank you for connecting me today to the energy of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and their soulmate. To the energy group who is most in need of healing guidance at this time for the remainder of May and for the June reading as well that I'll be doing. Thank you for the clear and direct messages, the healing guidance, and for protecting my light, my energy, and my vibration. All right, so we pull for the soulmate, Libra, and then we're going to pull your energy. So I'm going to start with pulling 6 to 8 cards for the soulmate. Hey, Michael, thank you. It's been a rough one, but I'm hanging in there, Michael. Trying to get caught up here. Soulmate of Libra. Okay. So if you're a Libra dealing with a Sagittarius, an Aquarius, any air or water sign, this message could definitely be for you. Specifically though, Aquarius is the overall energy, the star card, which is the sign of Aquarius. This is the overall energy for your soulmate right now. So if you have a soulmate who's an Aquarius, Libra, watch this reading. Don't turn it off. A lot happening here. There's a divine, we talk about divine timing, divine protection for these contracts, these soul connections. There's also divine separation sometimes too. You're in divine separation. You guys are literally in a divine separation right now because it's allowing this huge transformation for your soulmate, Libra. They're going through a major transformation. And what this transformation is doing, especially if this is an Aquarius or someone with strong water, got the King of Cups here. This person's becoming very mature emotionally. They're going through an emotional maturing that they've needed to go through maybe for a long time. This is something that's been pushed off. This person, even if they're my age, early 40s or older, this may be someone who has pushed off the maturation that they needed to go through emotionally all their lives. They may have just run from relationships. It's time and they're going through it, okay? Don't think just because maybe this person's not communicating with you, or even if this person ran from you, Libra, this person deeply cares and they're going through a huge transformation. And the transformation is based in their ability to express how they feel. See, what happens here with this star card is this person is literally learning to understand things and intuitively grasp, allow their emotions to flow through them. Those water they're pouring out from those two pictures, that's literally representative of their emotions, their deep feelings and what they're doing with them. Whereas they may have kept them all bottled up before, they're now allowing them to pour through. Another beautiful thing about this star card, being that this is your soulmate's overall energy for the remainder of the month of May, is that it can represent like wishes coming true, wishing on a star. When we think of stars or the star card especially, to me, it represents deeply held wishes. It's all like the moon card, except instead of keeping things secret, it's more about it's a secret between them and the universe. So although they may not be sharing with you what for a lot of you, their deepest secret is that they're dying to start building on this foundation with you. The Three of Pentacles hidden behind the star tells me they're really wanting to build something with you. They see a future with you. There's a lot of passion, hidden passion there, and they're awakened. They've got the Judgment card up right behind that. There's an awakening here that's taken place, and you're allowing it to take place by not doing anything. You don't want to interrupt this person's process by reaching out or, trying to start a conversation or something. What you're doing when you try to do that sometimes is you're literally not trusting spirit, and you're not allowing a person to go through the process they need to go through that's between them and their higher power that allows them to wake up. It's all about hands off. That's right, Major. Because it's showing a real lack of faith, and also not only a lack of faith, but a lack of consideration. You know, forget your pain right now, guys. If you're wanting to reach out because you miss somebody, well, maybe you need to let them go through what they're going through so that you have a chance in the future, because they need to go through their process so they can learn to appreciate what they have here. Because this person was in a place in the recent past with the Four of Cups of not appreciating something. It's not just about you, right? This person's, the Four of Cups here speaks to the fact that this person saw a connection that was very spiritual, and they were aware of how special it was, but they didn't accept it, or they weren't willing to receive it in the way that they should have, or that their destined path intends them to receive it. And so if that's the case, what does that mean? That's why separation takes place. That's why there is that pull and people are pulled apart. This King of Cups says to me that this person could have strong water placement, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But more than that, it's about this person, again, we just talked about it with the star. It's about this person maturing emotionally, learning how to manage their deep emotions and the deep desires of their heart from a way that's healthy instead of something unhealthy. And that's why we have what? Temperance. What is temperance? Yes, it can represent that this is Sagittarius energy, so that's not to be, forgotten about. So if you have a Sagittarius, a strong Sag in your life, this could be representative of that. It is a confirmation for you. You should take it as such. But more than that, when I see the Temperance card early on in this reading of love for them, it's what I was just talking about. This is the flashing neon sign that says divine separation. Divine separation. That's what this card says to me. It's divine separation. It's the spirit is taking things. It's like if you have this beautiful alchemy where you have, made a cake, for example, if you're a baker and you've made a cake, or a pastry chef, and something's not right, and the only way to figure out what wasn't right is to separate all the ingredients. If you could go back and separate the ingredients, that's what Spirit's doing here. Spirit's taking back the emotions, taking back the passion, and separating it all out and saying, why was this not even this time around? This wasn't reciprocal, it wasn't balanced. It's a beautiful connection, Spirit knows that, right? But it wasn't balanced. So we got to figure out why, because this isn't turning out the way it's supposed to. So Spirit's, the angels in there going, no, no, no. Somebody wasn't reciprocating this properly. This was supposed to be soul-led, spirit-led, and it was supposed to lead to having a beautiful impact on both of these people and everyone around them. But instead, it's needing to be dealt with. So divine separation. What comes after the divine separation? This gift of a new understanding. A big thing about the Ace of Swords here, right after this divine separation, is this is coming in while you're separate. Do you see the two eagles there? Those two eagles represent you and your soulmate, Libra. It's about learning to fly free and to feel that happiness of being spiritually connected in a very real way, even tangible, right? But not together physically. You have to understand that there's freedom in seeing the connection, the truth of it, the beauty of it, but realizing when you really recognize something for what it is, there's no separation, because the love is so strong that all you really want is to see that person reach their full potential, to reach their full happiness. That doesn't require anything but love, and freedom is there. And that's what this connection has over other connections. When it's functioning on its highest level, I know, like me and my twin soul, it would never be like any other dysfunctional relationship, because nobody needs the other person to be something they're not. You only want the other person to be free and on an adventure with you where everyone is unconditionally loving, accepting, and encouraging of the other person's dreams and hopes and everything they want to do. And that's what this is about. And you have to start doing that whilst in separation, guys. There's a little bit of an issue for your soulmate also here, Libra. Getting the message through to them. This is someone who has a tendency to definitely overthink, right? And it's causing them to feel trapped. These two cards came out in the middle, but here's the good news. The Ten of Swords came out after that, but it's in reverse too. So this is all coming to an end, and they're sort of skirting a lot of that stabbed in the back feeling. I don't know what's leading to this. Sometimes when you have this divine gift of truth, it does lead you to realize some ways when you feel really betrayed, really hurt, and really down and out. But the main thing here that I see is this person is overcoming this, but this is in the middle of their reading. So this is a big chunk of the remaining of May, is this person learning to get the messages. They see that beautiful white owl, learning to get the messages from spirit, from their divine feminine side, despite all of the overthinking, despite all of the swords. And the thing about the swords is, guys, they don't look pretty in these two cards, right? The swords don't look like happy messages, right? They look like a lot of mental energy, a lot of frustration. But the thing about it is, the swords do also represent truth. So it's not that this person is seeing lies or they're being haunted by things that aren't real. It's not that this person is being haunted by, fallacy or by things that are not accurate. They're being haunted by the truth. They're haunted by the truth. But the truth, when you're not ready to live within your truth, it's haunting. It chases you down and it doesn't feel good. So this is all this is about. It's a case of, while these energies, major arcana here, while this angel, while spirit, while the other realms are balancing these energies for you guys, your soulmate is having trouble facing down the reality of this connection and what it means. And it's not because they don't want it. They want it, but it's daunting. It's daunting because it requires them to stop running from who they are and stop denying who you are to them. That's a lot. They're coming out of the month, end of May, with the Wounded Warrior card, the Nine of Wands. That's a good energy for them, considering, all things considered. And it feels pretty positive, pretty hopeful from my perspective, that this person is, because here's why. Because although it's not a feel good type of energy, what it is a real energy. And it's someone who's come out of some tough stuff, some overthinking, some sleepless nights, some feeling like they were stuck in a sort of a self-imposed prison. They're coming out of that, Ten of Swords, to a place of reality, to a place of, okay, I'm a wounded warrior here. I'm trying to finish the cycle. I'm dealing with the burdens. I'm carrying the load. But the Nine of Wands energy, this person carries their burdens and they take that home and they deal with it. So this is not something to feel bad about for them. This is good. This is a good card for your soulmate Libra to be wrapping up May with. And I can't wait to see, because if you weren't here earlier, I'm starting the June for Libra, so you guys don't have to wait. I'm doing your June reading as soon as I finish this one. I'm literally ending it and then starting the June reading on the next video. So you'll see that in just a few minutes. I can't wait to see what they have in store for them in June, as they're finishing Nine of Wands the month of May. So keep in mind, overall, your soulmate is in this star energy. So they've got a lot of good things happening. And although it doesn't look like it feels very good for them, wow, it's divinely guided and it's leading them to so much truth. And they're going to be a different person. The same person you know and love, but they're going to be a different person when they get through this. They're going to show you such a mature, and then also the emotional honesty and maturity that comes along with this, I feel, is going to be so refreshing to you as their soul partner, that you're really going to be grateful and pleased. And I would say start displaying that gratitude and that pleasure with spirit now, so that you can get ahead of the game. Be grateful. Show your gratitude to Source. Show your gratitude to your angels, to your guides, to everyone now, so that you can start manifesting that reality and that circumstance for them to be welcomed into. So what is Libra going to be doing for the rest of May on their side of the street? Major says, so grateful. Me too. Me too. And it's been a tough couple of weeks for me, but I'm very grateful. Grateful for the opportunity to live it. Libra, end of May. Libra, end of May. Show me Libra for the end of May. Thank you. Whoa, that's... I have a card that just flew up like 2 feet in the air. Libra, end of May. All right, and what's the overall? Okay, thank you. All right, Libra, I like this. I do. If you're dealing with a Gemini, this definitely could be a reading for you. You've got the Lover's card here. I don't think it's about a Gemini. I think, I mean, it could be. Don't take that as a negative if your person is a Gemini, but I think mostly what this is about, because this is your side of the reading, Libra, and I think this is about some choices you've got, and also the fact that you and someone could be twin souls, or you have this beautiful connection that's on its way, because you also got the Ten of Cups beside that. So what's on your mind is pretty clear, Libra. You are really focused on a renewal of this connection, which is very beautiful. And you've also got the Nine of Wands in reverse. You're wanting to sort of move past whatever that energy that they're displaying right now, that wounded warrior energy, and move into something beautiful. You come out King of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. So when it comes to the processing of your mental thoughts, your logic, your ability to reason, you've become very precise and very good. It's like someone, when you see someone sharpening a knife before they cut the Thanksgiving turkey. It's like you have sharpened your abilities so well. I feel, especially since this COVID-19 thing. I don't know what you've been doing, but a lot of you have really sharpened your skills when it comes to reasoning, planning, estate planning, getting your house in order, like spring cleaning. Some of you have really done a great job of that. That's what the King of Swords feels like. It's a nod to you that you're at your best when it comes right now to using that air energy. That's such a gift of an air sign, just generally across the board, that ability to reason. Now, you've also got the Queen of Pentacles here. So what we're looking at with the Queen of Pentacles is that you're at a place where you're doing really well, or you're on the cusp of doing really well in the material realm financially, but you also have what? Room to grow. You're not a king yet. So there's room to grow, because although a king and queen are equal in terms of male and female, if we are looking at status, the king does come first in the rule of a monarchy. So what this is saying is, the only reason I bring that up is to tell you there's room to grow still, and that's good. We always want there to be room to grow, to continue to improve when it comes to our material expansions. Now, one thing you need to recognize is okay, while your soulmate is coming into this Nine of Wands energy, you're getting it in reverse, and you've also got the Four of Pentacles beside that. One thing that you need to not let slow you up is being afraid, okay? See, because a lot of times, yes, this is a soulmate reading, but what you need to understand is a lot of times business, family, friendship, every aspect of your life affects every other aspect when it comes to the ways of the spirit. And so you're being guided to know that you need to keep the flow going when it comes to financials. Do not allow this big, scary recession that we're on the cusp of, because of all that's happened in the world. Yeah, we're on the cusp of a financial recession, to say the least. But don't let that, I mean, it's good to tighten the belt, guys, but remember, to make money, you have to spend money. And part of the way money comes in is by letting it flow. I can tell you, I'm a responsible man at 42, but I'll tell you what, the weeks that I spend a little more and let myself buy things I want, I seem to make more money those weeks. It's just, I don't know why, but there's something about the flow. And it's not about being irresponsible. Don't be irresponsible, but don't be afraid to let the money flow out too. It's got to flow both ways. And that's part of you sort of getting out of this wounded warrior Nine of Wands energy, of where part of your burden is like, trying to overanalyze. And I think it's a place for some of you, I'm getting the message that it's about control, because you feel like you have no control, but you have to just accept that. And I know sometimes we want to control the things we can, financial, whatever, our businesses, and that's good. Control is okay, but it's still just an illusion. Just remember, don't be afraid to let things flow, okay? Don't be afraid to let things flow. Raphael, you can have anything you want, sweetie pie. That's the great thing about this world and our autonomy as souls having a human experience. We truly can create or co-create basically anything we want. The world is your oyster. So yes, I would say you can. So, okay, Libra. This major arcana, the Fool. This is your overall energy. So whilst your soulmate has got the overall energy of the Star, that transformative energy, which is exciting for them, you've got the Fool. So you've both got overall energies of majors. So you guys are in big places of change right now, big places of spiritual evolution, and big periods of being brought through. I feel like Spirit's kind of snatching you up and saying, no, it's not over yet. Don't give up. And the Fool is saying, like, it's like you're going to have this renewed desire to just trust and to take a leap of faith and start something new. So although you may have your heart broken, you may have lost communication, some of you, with this person, like you saw what's going on with them. Well, like they're going through all these things, they're going to come in and renew faith for you. You're going to feel a lot of excitement. See this, you're going from the Page of Wands to the King of Wands when it comes to your excitement, your passion, your faith. And that leads to the Lovers and the Ten of Cups. I love how these cards came out for you guys. But I also want to say, with the Lovers and the Ten of Cups, it does speak to me almost always. It is beautiful, but it does speak to me about a choice. You know, this is one of those things where you're going to have to sacrifice a little bit, because it almost feels too good to be true. We'll see what June's got to offer, but it almost feels a little bit too good to be true, because the Ten of Cups and the Lovers card, it just feels like that reunion is right there on the cusp. I think it's more about you manifesting it energetically, because where your soulmate is, although they're seeing a lot of truth and they're learning to deal with it, they're still in that Nine of Wands energy, guys. Remember, they're in that Wounded Warrior energy. So I can see that you guys are going to be manifesting this, Libras, and that's good. And that's a great thing to be living in the Ten of Cups. And you have to do it before it manifests in your physical world. You have to live in that Ten of Cups. I try to do that every day, you know, with everyone in my life. Just it's a place of unconditional love flowing in and flowing out, and just sort of allowing it and trusting in it, trusting in that unconditional love. And what we talked about earlier, the fact that the love you have with your soulmate or twin soul, of course that love will always win out in the end, because it's so much different than any other relationship in your life or their life. It's not a toxic, conditional, what's the word? Conditions, list of, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. It's about unconditional love, unconditional acceptance, seeing yourself and them by way of yourself for who you truly are, and accepting every little bit of that, of yourself and them. And that's a beautiful start for a relationship that's filled with adventure, freedom. Like in that Ace of Swords, those two eagles are free. They're free to fly and they're free to be. And that's a beautiful thing. Who doesn't want that in their life? Freedom, happiness, and someone who accepts and understands you for just who and what you are. That's a pretty special thing. So, Mazel Tov. All right, let's pull a mystical shaman card here. My cards are a little bit disorganized. Hang on. Okay. Mystical shaman card to see what your storyline is as we wrap up May. And then, like I said, give me just a minute and I'll be back on to do the June Libra reading. And I'm going to go backwards. So for June, I'm going to start with Libra, and then I'm going to go backwards. So the next reading will be Virgo, June, because I want to see what Virgo is doing in June. I'm being selfish. But I've got a lot of personal, I'm way behind on my personal readings, so I've got a lot of those to catch up on. So I'm only going to do probably like 2 zodiac generals a day going forward for the next week or so. It is what it is. Yeah, I'm going to. As soon as I do the June Libra, I'm going to go to bed. I got a lot done today, but I'm still behind. That's the storyline for Libra. Wow. That's card number 33. I've been seeing a lot of repeating threes, guys. Those repeating threes, that's, the repeating threes, 33 or 333, they can represent many things. Yes, I'm a Virgo sun. They can represent many things, but to me, and I've been seeing them a lot, threes represent a miracle coming into your life. That's what I claim it as, and that's what I feel it is. It's not about the Ascended Masters. It's not about a test. It's not about building. Right here, this is about miracles. And it is miracles. It's your magic. But it's also, it's your magic. And then bottom of the deck, you've got the number 8 card, which is the Circle. This, to me, makes me think of the gathering that your ancestors do around you. I know when I awakened, I had a weird night. I'm going to tell you guys this story really quick. I walked to a local seafood place to take my grandmother to dinner, and when I came home from dinner, someone had been in our house, but no one had been in our house. It felt like a ghost had been here. Some things were knocked off, and there was a weird energy. One of our dogs was acting very strange and wanting to be really close to me, and she never was like that. And I could almost hear or feel a very dark, low vibrational energy trying to attack me. And I could hear two voices say one voice say to another, it's no use, you can't get to him. There's too many of them protecting him right now. And I told my mentor at the time, my spiritual mentor, about that because it was kind of scary, but I also felt very protected in hearing that. And she said, you know, that's when in Native American tribes, when you turn 11, the number 11 is a very special spiritual number. But when you turn 11, they do a gathering around you. And it happens physically, your alive ancestors gather around you, and metaphysically, your spiritual ancestors gather around you. And so I felt that's what happened as I awakened and started using my gift to help people like I'm doing right now. Although there were, and there always are, spiritual attacks from lower energies, I was so protected and am so protected that those energies said, there's no use. He's too protected. They're all around him. They won't let us in. So when you hear that and you know that, that's a beautiful thing. And you need to claim that. I saw it come by just a second ago. Someone said something about, I've been feeling attacked or uncomfortable energy. Claim that protection. You are the one in power, not the spirit. The spirit wishes it was in human form. You're the one in power, guys. When people get scared of spirits or vibrational entities, I think to myself, hello, do you not realize where the power structure is? You're the one with the power, not them. They're attacking you for a reason because they wish they could be what you are and where you are. You need to call in your help, call in your protection, and know you are protected. It's all within your power, what you speak and what you claim and believe. Not theirs, yours, your power. Remember that. Okay, magic and the circles. So this, to me, Libra and soulmate of Libra, feels like as you wrap up the month of May, you have true spiritual power and backing on your side, okay? And you need to call that magic in. And also, you need to understand that magic is there to heal and help you. Another card that came out that I want to share with you is the Thunder card. It's card 56. That breaks down to an 11, okay? The Thunder card. So this is really special, guys. Things are going to happen really quickly. Although it's, you know, sometimes we go through a long period of time where it feels like nothing happens and we're stagnating and we're waiting for something. When is something going to happen? You know, no. That happens just until the very moment when it stops and you're on the cusp of something big happening. And that's why I'm going to come back right now. I'm just going to end this and start another video to do the June Libra reading. So you guys are first for June, and I'm going to do it right now because I want to see what's coming for you guys. I feel like the thunder, the magic, the circle, this all feels so exciting, and I want to see what's coming for you guys. I feel like it's going to be a really exciting June. So let's see what's coming in June. June's going to be a big month. I know on June 5th we have an eclipse. On obviously June 21st we're starting another Purium cleanse, Jai and myself. If you haven't done one with us, you should do it this June for the summer solstice. Join us for at least a 10-day, if not a 30-day cleanse. I'll talk more about that as we get closer. But yeah, namaste, guys. I'll see you in just a minute. Come back and look for us in just a moment doing the June reading for Libra. Okay?